guys, today I'm going to show you how to teach your dog to fetch. What we want to do in this instance is we want to build value, firstly for the toy. So if your dog shows no interest in a toy or any object, we can build that value simply by associating the toy with a food treat. Once the dog has value for the toy, we want to encourage them to hold the toy in their mouth. And we do that by simply clicking for increasingly longer periods of time that the dog holds the toy in their mouth. We then want to get the dog to obviously bring the toy back. So we throw the toy, and again we build in little increments the little successes that we want towards the desired behaviour of fetching. So it may initially be that the dog just looks at the toy, click, treat. The dog takes a step towards the toy, click, treat. And slowly the dog will get to the toy and start to bring the toy back. And we again click, 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 and eventually get to the point where the dog is putting the toy into our hand. Now I have Zorro on a lead because he gets really, really excited by toys, and I don't want him running away because it's going to make the exercise, the training exercise, a lot slower. Now, as you can see, Zorro's already got really high value for the toy, but if your dog didn't, we would simply encourage them to grab onto it, and we would click and treat when they interact with the toy. Okay, so just like this, okay, and when they put it in their mouth, we click and treat. So that's how you can build value for the toy. Zorro doesn't have any problems with value for the toy, but I suspect he won't want to engage with me once he has the toy, so I need to build value for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pop the toy on the floor and then just click and treat when he plays with the toy. So as you can see, he's even a little possessive of the toy. You may encounter this problem as well. It's quite common if a dog really has high value for a toy. You may want to start with using a toy that has lower value to prevent this problem from occurring. Get it! Good boy! So what I'm trying to do is to say to Zorro the values and the treats that I have to offer you, and by him giving this up to me, he gets to play the game again plus get the treats. So I'm encouraging him to engage with me in this game that we're playing. Get it! Yeah, good boy! Yeah, good! Yes, I said that, good boy. Now, if your dog is not wanting to take the food, which is what Zorro is doing right here, right now, then you need to use a lower value toy. So it may need to be even a piece of paper or something like that, just scrunched up. But this is obviously really getting Zorro's prey drive going. So, yeah. And I'm just doing a little bit of impulse control here, using our release cue. Get it! Good boy! Nice! Nice one! Yeah! Ready? 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 Get it! Good boy! Alright, and the minute he makes any gesture toward coming back to me, I'm really rewarding with treats for that. Get it! Yes, good boy! So you can see he's coming back toward me, and I'm not trying to steal the toy away. I simply throw the treats on the ground and then take the toy and we go another game. Basically saying to him, the fun happens when we play together. Get it! Yes, good boy! So as you can see, he is bringing the toy back to me. Just simply put the treats on the floor and he gives up the toy. So he gets something good when he brings the toy back. So you can see he gives up the toy. If your dog isn't giving up the toy, you need to up the value of your treats. Slowly you can start raising the criteria and only treating the dog when they bring the toy back to your hand. But obviously Zorro isn't up to that level just yet. We need to build in the value for him just coming back in my direction with the toy. Ready? Sorry? Yeah. Get it! So he's slowly coming in a little better each time. And before long, he'll understand that the value exists in interacting with me and playing this game, because I've got high value treats, plus he gets to play with his favourite toy. Good boy. So now I'm making Zorro get the treats from my hand, just to encourage him to come towards my hand and away from the toy. Okay, and then hopefully eventually he'll start to bring the toy to my hand, and I will give him the jackpot for that. Get it! Good boy! I'm just going to show you quickly how to teach your dog to bring the toy back to your hand. What I would recommend you teach your dog when you're teaching them to bring the object back to your hand is to hold the object first. So with Simba, we simply sit, good girl, and I go hold, and just gradually increase the time that she's required to hold the object before getting the click and the treat. Another handy exercise which I've covered in another dog training tutorial is the touch command, and that basically tells the dog when we give the cue that we want them to come back and drive into our hand. Okay, so simply touch. Yes! Okay, so as you can see, that's useful if you throw a toy and the dog has it in their mouth and starts coming back towards you with the toy, and you simply put your hand out for them to touch. Even if they drop the toy, you can eventually stop rewarding for them dropping the toy, but once you've also taught them the hold, give commands, you can see that all the pieces will come together. And of course, combining what I just showed you with Zorro, getting the dog to bring the toy close and close and closer to you, you can then combine that with this to eventually get an exercise that basically looks like this. Simba, sit. Okay. Fetch. Hold. Give. So simply like that. Fetch. Good. Touch. And you can see she touched there and held onto the toy at the same time. So we can use all these little exercises to build together to get a really nice fetch. It just depends on how formal you want it to be. You may be happy for your dog to just drop it at your feet, and that's enough. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now. Please don't forget to join me on Facebook for extra quick video tutorials. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to follow Zorro's progress.